Well, what a glorious morning, what a wonderful way to end the formal work week with gathering here today at Fallsview Casino to do the ribbon cutting for Niagara Parks' new pop-up retail store and welcome center. It's great to be here with friends and stakeholders and our colleagues from the Fallsview Casino Group. Richard Taylor, the CEO of the Fallsview Casino Group, just said to me this morning, not only are we neighbors, but we're business partners between Fallsview Casino and Niagara Parks. And this is another way to cement that working relationship and partnership. Ted Salsey, did I introduce you? I did not. Sorry, Commissioner Ted Salsey on my right. I was focused on the left, Commissioner Salsey on my right. Sorry about that. Richard Willett also here from the Fallsview Casino.
So Richard, opening of the store today, how important is it for the casino to have these partnerships with places like the Niagara Parks?
It's incredibly important. About 80% of our guests who come into the casino, whether they're coming into the casino proper, coming into the retail area, or our food and beverage restaurants, the hotel, 80% of them are looking to go to one of the attractions that Niagara Parks offers. So this is a great partnership. We're so excited.
Does this make the casino kind of a one-stop shop for tourists coming to Niagara Falls?
It really does. You know, we've got accommodation, we've got entertainment, the new OLG stage, and now we have the opportunity to offer them some of the attractions within the great Niagara region.
Obviously, after COVID, things are starting to ramp up here in Niagara Falls again with tourists coming back.
Yeah, they definitely are. We're probably in around 85% of our patron counts coming back. So we're excited to see that again with the OLG stage coming on board. 15 shows last month, 15 shows this month. We're starting to see a lot more guests coming through. We're starting to see a little bit more of the American visitor coming through because of the OLG stage. So we're excited, we're optimistic, hopeful that we're going to get back to pre-pandemic numbers soon.
And everyone in this room, in this Galleria, knows that the last few years have been very challenging for the tourism industry and challenging for gaming as well. So, but we're coming out in a strong way. 2023 has been tremendously growth opportunities for everybody. And this is another way that we can welcome guests to Niagara Falls, share information about Niagara Parks, and share information about the casino as well. So what's happening in the store behind us? So it's both a retail store, and our retail team, and Missy Sauer, Missy, give a wave as well. Missy's not only our manager of the Niagara Parks Power Station, our newest attraction, but also worked with David and the retail team to put this store together.
Parks.
And so this is Niagara Parks' newest retail outlet, so it's both a retail store and a welcome center. So in the store, Niagara Parks will be offering guests to the casino Niagara Falls souvenirs, and also guests can pick up tickets to our attractions, our WeGo bus transportation system, and the Falls Incline Railway.
Now, we described it as a bit of a one-stop shop for tourists to be able to come to the casino and get park stuff. How important is it for the parks to have these centralized locations so people don't have to go all over the parks, all over Victoria Park and everywhere to find tickets and souvenirs?
Well, from a tourism perspective, the casino and Niagara Parks are two key demand generators. These are what attracts visitors to Niagara Falls. So to have that one-stop shop, if guests are here in the casino, they can buy a souvenir and or attraction tickets to Niagara Parks. And certainly down in Niagara Parks, we share the story of the casino as well. And certainly people can see the Fallsview Casino in particular from Queen Victoria Park.
Is there anything different in this store here than outside of the casino?
We have a few souvenir items that you can only get in this store, but it is very similar to some of our other retail outlets, whether that be at Table Rock or at Grandview, in terms of a couple of close stores.
Obviously, things are starting to ramp back up. Talk to us a little bit about the tourist season and how things have gone so far.
Well, Niagara Parks, we're very pleased with tourism recovery this year. It's exceeding our expectations. We're seeing more American visitors come back. Europe is coming back as well. It's going to take a bit longer for more of the Asian markets to return. We're expecting 2025, 2026 for those markets. But overall, 2023 is turning out to be a very good year.
Good morning, everybody. You know what? It's so nice to be congregating with so many family and friends. And I mean family because I had the pleasure of working with Niagara Parks for 18 years. And I can't get the we out of describing my relationship with many of you here today. And you know what? Today is about partnerships again as well. And I want to say thank you to Fallsview Casino and the Niagara Parks for two tourism generators here in our community, the two biggest, I would suggest. And you know what? Working together to promote the destination, Fallsview Casino, Niagara Parks, and all that we have to offer. So I want to take this opportunity to present a certificate on behalf of the federal government congratulating Niagara Parks and Fallsview Casino on the opening of this new retail pop-up store. So David, I'll give you this. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll just tell you this as well. If the politics thing, once it runs its course, I've got my Niagara Parks shirt on. So I can come and do a couple of shifts afterwards if all is needed. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tony, very much. Thank you.
I want to talk about why it's important that you're here in this location, because you're absolutely right. You know, when we got hit with COVID, we lost 40,000 jobs right off the bat. We're not back yet. We're doing a lot better this year, but we're not back. And for you to be here in the casino, which isn't back either, which means that we're still hurting for jobs here in Niagara. So having you come here, having the tourists see you here, see the parks, it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win for the casino, it's a win for our associates in the casino, it's a win for Niagara Parks. And if we want to continue to grow our tourism sector, which is our number one, quite frankly, we love to have more manufacturing, but as we stand today, the number one job creator here in Niagara, including good paying jobs in the tourist sector, which a lot of people don't understand or realize that's happening, this is a win-win. So I want to congratulate you on choosing right beside, just happens to be by the theater. So I'm sure that, like Tony, who got that free shirt, he didn't mention that, by the way, maybe you'll have an opportunity to get into the theater as well. But it's a win-win-win. It's a win for everybody who's looking here today. And it's so important to have Cogeco here because we need to continue to talk about tourism. It's our number one job creator. We need to make sure that our casino continues to be successful, another attractor to draw people to Niagara. So I'm just going to say congratulations. I have a certificate as well. It's not as nice as Tony because obviously the federal government has a lot more money than the provincial government. And mine's not as nice as Jim's because the city has more than the provincial government as well. So I want to share that wealth around with everybody. But I can tell you I'm giving you this from the bottom of my heart. I think that's the most important thing. So thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, if we're going to talk about working at the Niagara Parks Commission, I worked in the Parks Commission in the summer of like 82 and 83. I was, I think I'm sure my legend speaks for itself as one of the better parking lot attendants. Anybody heard of my records down there? Nobody? Okay. Anyway, I do feel like Tony does part of the parks because I worked down there as a kid, helped pay for my school, and I love everything parks. I'm grateful to sit on the Parks Commission, and as a matter of fact, we are celebrating this year David and Dame's 10-year anniversary. Let's make some noise for David. And I too, I'm big on partnerships and the idea that we have a partnership with Richard and the casino and with all of the team and all the associates and of course the Parks Commission. When big brands come together, great things happen. So on behalf of the city, I'd like to present this certificate and say, let's make lots of money and let's promote the Niagara Parks Commission. Woo! Get it? Okay.
So 5, 4,